The Tao of Self-Confidence, Episode 111. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women finding their inner journey to self-confidence 5 days a week. Get your free audiobook by visiting thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Well, hello, friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan, and today I have a phenomenal lady on. She is, an author of a brand new book called The Total Female Package. So, I had to have her on, and it's just an honor to have her on here. She's from San Diego, and without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Novalena Betancourt. Novalena, how are you doing today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to our listeners.
Absolutely. Sheena, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you as well, especially because the Total Female Package is such a great alignment with what you're doing with your show, because it's really all about making sure that we're supporting other women believe in their value, believe in their self-worth, and create those daily practices of self-love. So I'm the author of the Total Female Package, creator of the Femolution event conference happening for women all around the world, here locally in Southern California, and really excited to share this message behind the Total Female Package. And that's really around having every woman see themselves already as the total female package. And the book itself has 13 reflections for women to get really cleared and aligned with different practices of areas in their life where they can own their self-worth and see the beauty in the reflection in so many ways.
I totally love it. I'm always, for anything that has to do with helping women stepping into their power, because we all have it inside us. It's just, we've been beaten down to death, right? With outside forces, life happens, and we just got to learn to just take that power inside of us and just let it out. So, I'm really excited for this book. I'm so excited for all the things that's coming up for you. So, Novalena, what's your cultural background?
I am Puerto Rican American. I grew up in Northern California in San Francisco from two amazing parents, and I have to say I'm very fortunate because they literally were the just like a bosom of unconditional love, I should say. And my dad was such a really great person to be. He's one of my heroes because he always told me, as long as you believe in yourself and you're authentic in how you're choosing and your actions, then you can have whatever you want. And I believed him. And so I've been focused on that ever since I was really young.
That's amazing. And I love how you said, as long as you're authentic, because I think sometimes authenticity is such a rarity nowadays, Sometimes we see somebody, they look amazing on the outside, but we don't know, on the inside is like a totally different person. So I think the more real we are, the more authentic we are, that's how people will start gravitating, whether it's to me or to you. It's just something that we have to start showing, right? Just being real with people, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
And, what would be your favorite self-confidence quote?
Oh, my goodness, yes. I have an amazing quote that I actually have in the book, and I'll read this out loud because and talking about, being authentic, Sheena, this is something when I share with people, it's called the awareness, the yes-no awareness tool. When something's really authentic and you're showing up and you're in alignment, you know that it's so easy to move forward into something, and it's an overwhelming yes for you. When it's not, and you don't feel good about something, that's when you're not being authentic. And so it's a really good measure. And when I read this quote the first time by Patanjali Yoga, I was like, oh my goodness, everyone needs to understand and feel themselves in this quote, because it really is around the power within us. So it says, when you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary project, all your thoughts break their bonds. Your mind transcends limitations. Your consciousness expands in every direction, and you find yourself in a new, great, and wonderful world. Dormant forces, faculties, and talents come alive, and you discover yourself to be a greater person by far than you ever dreamed yourself to be.
I love it. And that's such a great quote. I mean, that's the first time I've ever heard it. So, I'm really grateful that you shared this to me and to our audience, to listeners, because, this is something that they can also, think about, right? So thank you so much. And, in your own words, how would you define self-confidence?
Yeah, for me, self-confidence is around the idea that I write about in the book, the total female package. And so for me, it's really around you being able to activate and see yourself, like look at yourself in the mirror and just be so soulfully connected to the beauty and power that you have inside of you that you know you're living your best life. It's around choosing to be happy and joyful and being that way in your life around other people you encounter, whether that's the person on the street, your significant other, your family, your mom who calls. You know, you're not trying to live up to anyone else's ideal of how they think you should live. It's who you are. Like you praise everything about yourself, whether you like certain things or don't like them. You decide like who you want to be, and you just live that completely full out.
Awesome. And I love that. And I love what you said, you choose to be happy, because there's a lot of people out there who still think they need to be happy when happiness is really a choice. And when they see it as a choice, it's a lot easier for people to say, I am happy regardless what my circumstances are. So, thanks for sharing that. And, what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
Yeah, and I have to say, before I got really clear that I had choice in every moment, I was in a tendency of really wanting to please people. I was giving so much of myself to my girlfriends or ideas in my mind that were resistant thoughts of what I was really wanting to create. So it's almost like I subconsciously carried like some shadows of doubt I wasn't aware of. And so it would take things that, I wanted to manifest longer to come. And so I looked at some of those moments in other relationships, or me being, drained by my energy, saying yes, yes, yes to too many things when I needed to say no to own my own worth and heal my body in certain moments. That I was just really, I was really, I would say, not 100% happy all the time, right? And even though that's a choice, it was because I wasn't choosing to honor myself in those moments. And so it would show up in areas of my life, in exhaustions or certain relationships not working out. And so that's where I was before I really got aligned with owning my power.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And, I think as women too, I think we're just taught to please people, right? It's just something that we've been taught to, like, don't make any noise, just stay quiet, just, do things that other people tell you to do and you'll be okay. And really that's just, giving away your energy on to something that's not serving you when you can use it for yourself and tap into your own power. So, what was that point in your life when you realized you did have that power to, choose happiness, be your own person, be the total female package?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you for asking. I had the biggest aha moment ever, and that was when I was in my 20s, and I was dating somebody for about 5 years, and we broke up. And this was the guy that, everyone's telling you, society, your parents, they want you to finally get married, settle down, have kids, go to your life, and yada, 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 all the way down the road of what they think life should look like. And when we broke up, I was shocked, because it was an instant thing. It was 5 years to like a final 2 weeks or so where things were just so uncomfortable and we weren't seeing eye to eye. And the premise that he thought my dreams were too big for him, it made him nervous. And it was like the moment he said that, I was so, my soul it was like my soul woke up and was like, wow, well then you need to move on from this, because this isn't what's healthy for you and what you came here to do. So that was the biggest moment. I looked at that and said, wow, how could I have been with someone for 5 years and got to a point to where I just did? And when everything else in my life seemed to be on point, like what's happening for me? So I put my soul on interview. I looked at myself in the mirror every day and talked to myself and asked myself the questions and just allowed myself to hear my truest voice come out and guide me into the next phase of what I was doing. And so that's actually turned out to be one of my most beautiful moments ever. And I'm still really great friends with my ex, and I'm married now to the man of my dreams, and have my twin flame relationship that I always wanted, and someone who's super supportive of this mission. And he's a total male package and supporting all the TFPs around the world.
I love it. I love how you said he's the total male package, and he's the total male package for you, right? So, which is amazing. And, there's a lot of women out there who stay in relationships where they feel comfortable, right? Even if the guy doesn't support their dreams, they still stay because they're afraid that there's no other guy out there. And, I was like that too. I just I'm going to stay with this guy because I don't think there's any other guy out there who wants to be with me, right? He wants to stay with me. He might not support some of the dreams I have or doesn't believe in the things that I do, but he's right there, right? And sometimes we go to the things that are comfortable, but it's not good for us, right? We're not happy. We know there's something more out there. And even though you were with this person for 5 years, at least, you were able to break it off, because there's some people who might stay there for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, just, letting life just pass them by, right? And still have that unhappiness, that icky feeling, that heaviness. So, it's really great that you shared this story, because I'm sure there's women out there who are staying in these relationships that just, they know it's not going anywhere, but they do it because they're scared. So, what's your life like now after that, other than, marrying your twin flame? What else has been going on with your life after that?
Yeah, everything just started to fall into place once I really got aligned. So I, called in my twin flame. We built a great friendship, and it's now turned into this beautiful fairy tale. So ladies, yes, you can have fairy tale if that's what you want, but you got to live into your own story, and it's getting aligned with what that is. I have my own consulting company. I'm a founding team member of a tech company that's built out of San Diego. We're about to go to market in the next few months on a really amazing communications platform. I've traveled and speak internationally across Europe, Australia, Canada, the Dominican Republic, the Caribbean. I got my executive MBA from University of San Diego. Was featured on Forbes with Sharon Lechter at CEO Space, and featured in Think and Grow Rich for Women, and featured in Jeff Olson's Slide Edge. Like, things and opportunities that align with me getting this message out have just shown up, and I've said yes to all of them because it was in my highest good.
I love it. I'm really happy for you, to have all that, under, just to be noticed to all those big names like, the Slide Edge. Love that book. Think and Grow Rich for Women. Truly amazing. So congrats to all that. And, to the woman who's listening to your episode, she's in her own journey of self-confidence. She may be in a similar situation as you were back then. What would be that one tip you would give to her?
The one tip that I would give, and I say this to everyone, it's simply just this: never compare where you are in life to others and think it's not the best place for you to be. Everyone here is on a journey. It's not about the end as much as it is about the means. And so I tend to think that women get that backwards. So every day is a brand new beginning. So really get excited about uncertainty, because the possibilities of what you can create today are infinite, and that you are the total female package. So I think you should own it, live it, and share it.
I love it. Thank you so much. And I love that, you are the total female package. And it's true, right? We all have it. It's just we have to learn to tap, from the inside our core and just let it out there, right? And when we do that, that's when we start attracting magic into our life, right? That's when we can attract the great things into our life. So thank you for that amazing tip. And Novalena, if our listeners want to get to know you and, want to get a copy of your book, is there any website or social media profiles we can connect with?
Absolutely, yeah. Right now, everyone can go on Facebook and find the Total Female Package page, facebook.com/the Total Female Package, or find me at facebook.com/Novalena. There's also the totalfemalepackage.com website, and we're doing an early bird sign up right now. So I would love for everyone to get on our list so that we can reserve a copy for you. You can get to that list by going to thetotalfemalepackage.com/early-bird-sign up.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And to our listeners, if you want to connect with Novalena, you can also head on over to thetaoofselfconfidence.com and search for Novalena's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else we talked about. And I really want to thank Novalena for, taking the time to share her story with us. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was so great to be here, Sheena, and I'm looking forward to having you out in San Diego and having you come be a part of the Fevolution conference we're setting up.
I would love that. It would be such an honor, and it's just an honor to have you on and share your story, especially having the total female package, because I know every woman has it. They just have to start realizing that it's been inside them all along. So listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of The Tao of Self-Confidence. Subscribe to The Tao of Self-Confidence on iTunes and Stitcher to hear more stories of amazing women finding their inner journey to self-confidence.